Fullset done. She's doing some blue French with some blue outline and some swirly line on a couple fingers. She wanted me to surprise her, so we're gonna get it. We're gonna start from finish. I'm gonna start cutting out her cuticles, lay the tips on, and do what we do in here. Let's get it, y'all.
Never been live before.
Nothing new, nothing new. Let's get it. Cut these cuticles down so it get all that dry stuff out. I always have to give your nail an extra love because, but they look so much healthier.
Better?
A lot better. Thank you so much.
When you first saw me?
Yep. I noticed you stopped like peeling at your cuticles. That's a good thing.
It's so hard.
It is. And when it comes to doing Fullset, not everybody has to go through this process, but depends on the clients, Some clients need it, some clients they don't need it. There you go. You tired?
Super tired.
Yeah. How many hour shift?
A 12-hour shift.
Damn. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough up her nails, guys, to get all the shiny glare off her natural nails so that when I apply the tip, it can bond a lot faster and stronger. So when you guys are doing this part, make sure your drill is not at full speed. Make sure the drill is nice and low. And just really tap, tap, let go. Tap, tap, let go. Okay? Don't add too much traction onto the natural nail or else it's going to burn the client. As you guys can see how I'm holding my hand with the other hand for stability. That is the most important thing. So you guys, these are little techniques that we need to know in order to really use the e-file very well. Thank God I have good clients who let me go live and explain to y'all how to do all this process.
Thank you.
As you guys can see, after I cut down the cuticles, it shows a little bit more of a nail space. So that really helps you when it comes to the application, just getting her to have more nails, more of a natural nail, so that you can just create more of a strength for her. And usually the preparation takes a good 20 to 30 minutes. That's a good preparation right there. And I'm going to show you guys how I do all the preparation to make sure that the nails is on good. The nail should be able to last her up to 4 weeks and up, Yeah. So after you guys file off the shiny base on her nails, I have this bit right here. This bit is like, I call it the feather bit. It kind of cleans all the debris off from her nail instantly. So you can use the other brush to right off. And if you guys have any questions or concerns about what I'm doing, please leave it in the comment and we can help you answer that while I'm doing this. I like to go in with this tip for you today since when I do like that coffin, okay? It just looks more clean with your nails. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Trying to clip the glue off right now, y'all. Perfect. Got the glue. So measure the tips. Always make sure the tip fits the nail perfectly. Don't make sure the tip is not too small or oversized. Make sure it lays perfectly. Put it right on the edge of the tips. And we're gonna go ahead and start with the knuckle and roll it straight down to get that length to be nice and even. Boom. There you go. Do you mind I'm explaining this to the viewers? Do you mind me explaining this to the viewer while you're sleeping?
No. Yeah.
Because I know you're sleepy, so I'm not trying to talk to you.
It's okay.
Boom. Perfect. I love the set we're about to do today. Blue French. Can't go wrong with that. Perfect. When it comes to applying the tip, it is very important that you seal the tip perfectly onto the nails. So make sure the glue is all filled, the gap, don't have any type of bubble, because any type of bubble is going to create a lift on the bottom of the nails, and you don't want that. So you see? And what I like about this tip is that you can actually shape the nail into any type of shape you want with these tips. They're not the pre-shaped tips that you see in the market. These are the traditional natural square curved tips, which I only use it on certain nails like her is because she has such flat fingernails. We want to create a nice curve and a nice tip to that. And her nails kind of shift a little bit, so you don't want to use a straight tip to make the nail sticks up. So that's why I'm using these tips, yo. You know, different tip has a different purpose. That's why as a nail tech, you want to make sure you're acknowledging the client's natural nails and then going with the right decision what tips. I know a lot of nail tech out there always be using straight tips for everything, and you can't do that because every nails are different, and you want to accommodate the nail that you're dealing with. You know, not trying to make every single nail with the same kind of tips and all that. How long do you want it, my lady?
Ooh,
That's the fun part. Half of that?
yeah.
You got it. It is important that we ask the client what kind of shape, what kind of length and shape they want. It is because their nails, you know. As a nail tech, we like to do long nail, but then sometimes we have to let the customer, we have to do what the customer wants because of their job. Is that length okay?
A little shorter.
A little shorter? Got it.
Perfect.
Perfect. You know, when you are doing what the clients want, more likely you're going to have the clients coming back to you because they respect that you respect their needs, you know? So yes, this industry, it does require customer service, you know? You can't just do whatever you want just that you're good at doing nails. A lot of nail techs are out there, you know, they set up these rules that for clients and all that, and which is fine, but make sure that whatever rules that you set up, you stand by it in terms of like your standards and executing the client's nail. How's that length, ma'am? That's a good length.
Yes, but can you
And
do it a little shorter?
all
Does
of
it?
them?
No, just this one.
Just that one? You got
Yeah,
it.
does it work?
And I'll file them a little bit more for you, okay?
Okay,
You
thank
got
you.
it, boss. Of course. And after this, I'm going to show you guys how to shape into a coffin shape with this tips. Okay, so at least you guys know that you guys don't have to rely on a pre-shaped tips. Because what if they don't make pre-shaped tips, right? You're screwed. You rely on it too much. So you're going to learn how to do it manually with this nice little square tip. Okay? Bam. I love your rings.
Oh, thank you.
Those are nice. Perfect. So we're gonna start with the shaping. So what I usually do is I got this scissor and I'm gonna get a file to get myself set up. So what I'm gonna do with this scissor right here is I'm gonna cut it into the coffin shape that she wants. So I always eliminate the side because the side kind of have a curve. So you just cut the side slightly. But when you guys are cutting the side to a coffin shape, make sure it flows with her fingernails. I see people doing coffin shape where they shift in too narrow and it doesn't flow with the fingernails anymore. And you don't want that. Everything you do, especially when it comes to the shaping, you want to make sure that it flows with the client's fingers. So that's when you know the shape's going to naturally look cute. There you go. And then what you're gonna do is this part, and this part's the widest part of the fingernail. You're gonna go ahead and shift it in, but make sure you keep your file nice and straight. So yeah, just focus on the side. I'm not even focused on the top of the tip because if you focus up here, you're gonna ruin the length. You don't want to ruin the length because that's the length that she's satisfied with. We're gonna touch that up just a little bit once we put the powder on. But as far as right now, Just focusing on getting that coffin shape nice and straight for him. There you go. How do you like that?
They're beautiful.
That looks good?
Yes.
Not too thin, you see?
Yeah.
How do you like that shape?
I love it.
That looks good?
Yes.
Perfect. How's the night?
Perfect.
Perfect. So what we're gonna do is before we put the dehydrator on and the primer, we're gonna go in and clean out the edge of the tips. Okay? This is very important, guys. What happens is when you guys glue the tips onto the nails, there's a little dent. You wanna make sure you clean out the dent. Very nice and smooth. There we go. And thank you for giving me a like. If you guys enjoyed this video so far, give it a thumbs up. Hi Lolly, how are you? I'm good, thank you. And if you guys think somebody's gonna find this video useful, make sure you guys share this video to a friend or family. But yep, following down the edges is very important. And after this, we're gonna go in with a beautiful nude, huh?
Yes.
The nude, we're gonna go in very pretty. Maybe a nice pink nude, huh?
Yeah.
Nice pink nude. Bam. Bam. Very nice. So I got this thing, it's like a dehydrator. So what that does is it takes all the oil base away from the nails.
Yeah.
Let me grab this real quick. So I got this thing, it's like a cleaning pad, but it's lint free, so you won't have to worry about any lint catching onto the tips. Okay, so let me go ahead and take that out. So I have this thing, I pump it up, 2 pumps, and we're gonna go ahead and just dehydrate the nails. So when you dehydrate the nails, what it does is that it eliminates all the oil base from the nails. And if you eliminate the oil base from the nails, high chance that the chemical of the primer, the liquid, and the acrylic, it's gonna bond together and it's gonna create a long-lasting nail set. So this step is an easy step if you don't want to miss it, okay? And I know a lot of nail tech out there, they don't do this part. They just go in with the primer, and to me, it's like that's fine too, because that's how they were trained. But taking it to another step just secures it, you know, just secures it. As you guys see, the more you put that solution on, the nail is really white. And when it's white, what it really means is that there's no oil, you know. So now we're gonna go in with the primer. And the primer we use is a Young Nail Protein Bond. You know, I'm gonna go in like 2 coats of this. So let's start with 1 coat. And I like this primer because I have used a lot of primer throughout my career, and this one right here, a lot of my clients are coming back after like 3 to 4 weeks and their nails are still on, unless they get into a fight and they get stressed and they rip the nail off. Other than that, it should last very nice and long. And when you guys are putting the primer on, make sure you guys don't just slap a bunch of primer on the nail. If you get the primer on the skin, high chance it can burn if the clients have a cut. And you don't want to burn their nails. You know, you want to make this procedure as satisfying as possible. So I'm going to go in with the second coat. Okay, and as you can see, I'm just laying on the nail base. I'm not even trying to spread onto the skin. Okay, sometimes, like I say, primer can be very dangerous. If it's too much on the skin, it can burn the skin and all that. Okay, so all right, now that we're about to finish up our second coat in the primer, I'm gonna go ahead and get the acrylic ready. Okay, and the acrylic that we're gonna be using today is a Young Nail Rosebud. Has a pink shimmer new to it. Very pretty, and it's like my go-to nude. A lot of my clients really like that one. So what we're gonna do is folding the paper can be important too. I grab 2 bouncy paper. I'm gonna fold it like not half, but kind of like below half. Okay, and I'm gonna do this. So now, look how much space I have. Instead of just a small piece of paper, I created myself a big space. That's another technique that I've learned as I grow into the industry. And the rosebud that we're going to be using today is by Young Nail, which is very pretty. As you can see, I use a lot of it because this is almost gone. And the monomers that I am using is also by Young Nail. So everything I have here is a lot of Young Nail stuff. I have tried a lot of product. Hi, Jen. And I really like the Young Nail. It's just good. Are you ready, my love?
Yes.
So let's get the application going, y'all. You can tell the client's very excited when she say yes. And the thing is, when I do all these like start to finish tutorial, it's all my clients, y'all. I don't fake it. And when I'm doing on live, you can see if I make any type of mistake or if I cut corner or not. And usually I don't. So, and you know, performing at live just shows you that like, hey, you got to get this stuff down pretty right, you know. And just believe in yourself. Gotta have confidence. You know, nail is an art. If you call yourself an artist, high chance you're gonna get the hang of this. So, but if you just focus on the process, more likely you're never gonna advance in this career, because your brain is still thinking about process versus just having fun. And picking up the bead is very important. So let's do that one more time so you guys can see. See how clean that looks? So when you guys pick up the bead, make sure you guys know your brush, okay? I kind of have my acrylic kind of slanted this way. Once I pick up the bead, it looks like this. I'm gonna go in. I kind of look at the formation of the acrylic and the liquid, place it down, push it towards the cuticle. At this point, don't worry about the thickness of the nail, just worry about covering the nail with the acrylic. Once you cover the whole nail with the acrylic, you can add more acrylic to create the apex if you want to. But once you lay the acrylic on the whole nails, now you can start modifying how you want the acrylic to be. You want them thicker or thinner. So this is how you do it. So I would add a little bit more on here, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and just slowly brush it down. And that's just how I create my apex. Apex are like the middle thickness of the nail where it creates the most strength of the nail so it doesn't break. And if you feel like you need some more acrylic on the front of the tip, pick up a little bit of acrylic, and this is how you do it. You put it right on the tip, okay? And then you're gonna go ahead and brush it backward. By brushing it backward, you're gonna see a nice dent to the tips already. And that's how you make the tips perfectly even with the acrylic, y'all, okay? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is there's really no right or wrong when it comes to application. I know growing up in the industry, you guys probably hear like 1 ball method, 2 ball method. To me, I don't care how many ball I use. What matters is that the nail looks good at the end of the day, right? You know, I feel like the 1 ball method, 2 ball method, that's just for show. And that's just for people who want to get things speeding up, get the clients in and out, you know? But with me, I do a lot of design on my clients. And I don't know, I just want to take my time on my client. That's the way I like to roll. You know, they're not in a hurry to go home unless they're really sleepy. But you see, I just focus on covering the acrylic. And then once I cover it up with the acrylic, now I can go in and modify the thickness of the acrylic. You know, if I want to create more of an apex, bring in, grab some acrylic, put it right in the middle, and then smooth it out. There you go. Same thing with this one. We're going to go in and we're going to go ahead and put the acrylic on the base and we're going to push it to the cuticles. You know, the application part is probably one of the easiest part in a set of nails, but a lot of people struggle with it, especially if you're new to touching the acrylic. But once you get the hang of the acrylic, you will realize that the shape of the nail is going to be the hardest because you're going to continue shaping it until you are so satisfied with the way the shape is, because the shape can shift the moment you file a certain direction, or even when you buff, or even when you use the e-file, they all shift. So reforming the shape is going to be timing. There you go. Boom. Just add a little bit more apex on here. There you go. And if you feel like you're already learning something so far, please give it a thumbs up on this stream, please, so other people can really have a chance to view this video and learn something. Thank you. Look at that. You like that, hon?
Yeah.
It's clean, huh?
Yes.
Let's do the same with this one. Alright, y'all, so this is the acrylic part right here. So you see how easy it is? And look how nice and clean it is. And when I do application, the goal is to make sure the acrylic is very smooth. It's one less thing I have to worry about is the bumpiness of it, you know? How do you like it, hon?
I love it.
So make sure you guys clean your brush. This has like clean. Dip it in your monomer, brush it back and forth, use your finger, slice it out, get all the debris out, okay? Protect your brush. You don't protect your brush, you're gonna end up buying a lot of brushes. And these brushes are very expensive. They can go to $30 a pop. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go in with the shape again. And what we're gonna do, since it's already like a pre-shape, I'm just gonna clean around the edges just to make it look more straight, y'all. This part should not take too long because you already pre-shaped them when you apply the tips on. So as you guys can see, and I know a lot of nail tech, they be loving doing the long nail stuff, but me, I like to do whatever the clients want because at the end of the day, they're paying for it. And you have to understand that they have a job that they need to keep getting the nails done. So they can't really like rock a long nail like they want to, you know? But that's how you do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead, clean her edge. The reason why you want to shape the edge, because what happens when you lay the acrylic down, sometimes you don't know if there's any type of like acrylic leaning on the side. And it's gonna give you a hard time using the E-file. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and just clean the side, shape the top a little bit. Now you can shape the top, but it won't damage the length too much because the acrylic is already on. Okay? So go ahead and push your hand back a little bit, hon. Thank you. So see, and then as you can see how I'm holding her hand. I'm moving her hand. So I'm laying my finger right here so I'm not cutting her with my file, okay? That's very important right there. See how I put my thumb right there? So when I put my thumb right there, it's kind of like the file is actually touching my thumb more than it's touching her skin. And that's another technique right there. See, when it comes to filing, keep your file straight and just work side to side to make it nice and sharp. Okay, same thing with this one. See how I'm holding her finger? I'm gonna hold it down, holding down her side skin, put the file like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just focus on the side. Okay, that's how you're gonna get your shape to be nice and straight. Okay, and if it's not straight enough, you can also go in with the E-file. The E-file is going to make it very straight, and I'll show you that after we finish this part. Yep. Look at that, y'all. See? There you go. Let's move on. So same thing how I'm holding her finger. See, I always hold the side of the skin down. That's how you prevent from cutting the clients with the file, okay? And if your file is really sharp, you can also use a buffer and buffer the edges of the file just to make the file a little bit more fine, you know, not too rough. See, I always focus on the side because that's what matters when it comes to the shape. But you see how I keep my file nice and straight? I don't like curve it. You don't curve it, okay? You keep it nice and straight. So everything you do, make sure it's nice and straight. Look at that. Wow. You like it, my love?
Yes, I do.
We're almost there for you,
I
okay?
know.
Trying to get you home so you can take a nap. She's running on a 12-hour shift, y'all. She's going, but she's dedicated to her nails, so that's why she's here. That's why I love my client, and I always try to go above and beyond for them. How's that shape, my love?
It's beautiful. Nice and sharp.
You like that?
Yes, I do.
All right, so here comes the E-file. The E-file is the most important part when it comes to the shaping. The file that I'm using is a very fine file, okay? It's not coarse. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the cuticles and the side of the nail. Cuticle and the side of the nail. The surface is smooth already. See, that's why I wanna make sure the surface is nice and smooth. I don't have to worry about none of that. Let's just focus on the side.
Why did you do that?
The bottom, because sometimes what happens, you get acrylic on the bottom, so you want to go in and create that nice curve, that nice C curve. Yep, that's how you get a C curve. So look, same thing. I'm gonna start with the corner, and I'm gonna slowly tap, tap, let go. Do not put too much traction onto the nail during this part. And you guys see how I'm holding it? My finger is attached to the other hand for stability. Very important, guys. All of this are little techniques that will get you very successful in the nail industry and make you feel comfortable using all of these tools. And when you do a good application, you don't have to really use the e-file too much, because that's why every step that I do, I want to make sure it's flawless so that you don't have to overwork yourself, you know? Because in this job, time is money. And the more efficient you are, the more clients you can take in so that you can actually do more services. There you go. Alright, I'm going to start from the side and watch me work my way up. So you tell me to tap, tap, let go. Boom, boom, boom. Yup. And clean a little bit on the bottom. Just a little bit. Everything you guys do with the e-file is just feather touching. Okay, you don't have to touch it too hard. There you go. And the reason why you want to flush the cuticle really well is because that's going to prevent the nail from lifting. Okay, when you glue the acrylic all the way down to the tube of the natural nail, high chance the acrylic's not going to lift because it doesn't create any type of edges for you to catch on stuff. Okay, very important, guys. I know some nail tech out there still say that they don't use the e-file, but look, how can you use a regular hand file to get to the corner? You can't. It's very hard. So an e-file comes in very handy. Like I say, it saves you time and makes the work look very nice and sharp. So you gotta get used to doing this. And it's not that hard. You know, and the speed I'm using right now is literally maximum, like the fastest. Look at his cuticles, y'all. Let's look very close to the cuticles. You see? It's so clean. Go on. See, I always start from the side, y'all. And you see, the reason why I start on the thumb on this hand, because the powder is going to move to this side. And if I start from the pinky, all the powder that I'm falling off is going to go over to this hand, and which is going to cover me from seeing. So if I start from this finger, this hand, at least the powder is going to land on my finger. I don't have to worry about the next hand. Does that make sense, guys? And what really helped was that earlier I put down her cuticles, so now it's so much easier to dig, like flushing down the cuticles, not in my way. So a couple of things that really benefits you from cleaning the cuticles in the beginning before you start any type of set. Only if the clients have major cuticle problems. Ooh, you see that? That was crazy. Bam. Very nice. Look at that, y'all. Look at that shape. That is so beautiful. Let's move on to the
Okay.
buffing. So when you guys are buffing, don't buff like back and forth. Buff it like this, down and down. Okay? Buff it down and down. Buff it on the top, buff it on the bottom, and buff it on the side. By doing all that, you see how nice the shape look? Every corner. Okay? And don't buff it too hard. The reason you buff it too hard, you might end up shifting the shape. The shape is very easily be shifted with the file. And I always like to use like the fine side of the buffer, not the coarse side, the fine side. There we go. There we go. There you go. It's looking good, huh? You're satisfied?
Yes.
So happy to hear that. How you like it? How smooth is it?
Really smooth.
Awesome. All right, my love, go ahead and wash your hand with water. All right, y'all. So while my clients is gonna go wash their hand with water, so that's pretty much how you should do a full set. So now that she's finishing up getting her hand washed, we're gonna go in with the design, and we're gonna do a two-color French and couple swirly line. So I'm gonna show you how I do the French. It's very simple, but it does take time. Nowadays, the French you have to do it based on what the length of the nail is. So you cannot just do the same type of French. So thank you for watching. I just want to let you guys know thank you for just enjoying what you guys are seeing, and I really appreciate the support. And I just want to let you guys know you guys are interested in anything that I'm using on my clients. I do have a link in the description, so check it out. Other than that, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's go ahead. How do you like it, ma'am?
I love it.
They look good, huh?
Yes.
Can you wipe your hand a little bit more for me, please? Here,
Yeah.
here. Don't wipe on your clothes. You're going to get lint. We don't want lint on there, you know? All right, so we're going to go in with this color right here. So for the pinky, we're going to go in with the dark blue and then the light blue on top of it. For the middle finger, we're going to go in reverse. And then for the thumb, we reverse it. And then for the two swirling line, we're going to use this color to do the swirling line.
Okay.
So now you get the blue effect. How's that sound?
This sounds perfect.
All right. All right, I got my pen there. And I have one here. So let's do it, y'all. So she wants the dark blue on the top first. You're gonna go ahead. Let's move your drinks over here. So I have space. So when I start doing any type of nail art, y'all, I want my station to be 100% nice and clear because I'm going to be focusing very hard right now. Very, very hard. Oh, what a nice blue. All right, let's go ahead and start with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the paint from the brush. Okay? And you have to like kind of draw based on the length that the client is giving you. And I usually just draw the line. I know there's other technique where people like clean the line to make it line very clean. But you know what? I'm an artist. Like I'm gonna make sure I just execute this nice in one time. And look at that. See? You see how smooth that looks already? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this. I don't want to just kind of brush it in it. Okay, and you can do, if the color is very thick, you can actually do just one coat and you should be okay. But look at that, y'all. Look how fast that was. You see that? Okay, let's go on to the dark one and we switch it off. Okay.
Okay.
I was coming on top because I was afraid it was going to be
And I'm gonna go in with the brush. I'm just gonna brush it down. Y'all see how fast this is? So you just have to be good at drawing the line, drawing your first outline. Once you draw your first outline, so much easier. And check this out, y'all. If you want your line to be a little bit more sharp, go in with like this thin little brush right here and dab it with some paint. Okay, and watch this. This is how you get that nice sharp look like most of the new French. You kind of put it right on the edge and you kind of bring it down. Right here. There you go. How clean was that?
Super clean.
Yep. So same thing with this. I'm gonna go in with a little dab of paint on this tiny little brush, and I'm gonna create my really beautiful French. Look at that. You like that, hon?
Yes.
Don't move yet. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna go in with a different polish. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close this up so it doesn't dry the paint. And for the middle finger, she wants it like a light blue. Okay? Okay. So same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and dab some paint from the brush. And I did clean my brush already. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw my French. And again, there's a lot of way you can draw French. This has been my kind of favorite way. I just kind of draw the line as I go. I eyeball it, and it works. Like, I've been doing this for, you get used to it. You look at the nail, and you kind of determine where you want to start your French. Okay, so now, go ahead and polish it. Go ahead and add some color to the tip so it doesn't look messy. So now I'm gonna go in with the baby brush again. You guys see that little brush? Okay. We're gonna go in with this little baby brush, and we're gonna go ahead and create that sharpness of the French. Okay. Perfect. Y'all see that? How even it is with the other one?
Yes.
Okay, so now you want the swirly line, right?
Yes.
So now she wants the swirly line on her finger. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with the paint. And we're gonna go and create some swirly line for her, y'all. So, but be careful with the other finger because they're still wet, okay? And I'm gonna clean my brush. Every time I change color, I'm gonna clean my brush. Y'all see how smooth that line is? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Hold on. I'm touching something. Put your hand down. There you go. There you go. Clean your brush. Go in with the different color paint. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. You like that?
Yes.
Just like that? Anything else? And you want the second French on top of that.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
But how's the swirling line?
I like the swirly line.
You like it like that?
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, y'all, now that she's okay with the way it looks, let's go ahead and cure it. Let's go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds, okay? So it doesn't mess again. Go for it. There we go. Alright. Moving on with the next hand. I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna do the French. Perfect. We're gonna go in with the thumb. No, you're good. You are good, my lady. We're gonna have that. We're gonna go in and clean up the lines. Damn. Hold on. We're not there
sorry.
yet. You getting too excited,
I
my
know.
love?
I'm so excited.
Okay. Middle finger, light blue. Very nice. All right. Now we're gonna go in with the swirly line. Go for it. You like that?
Yes.
All right.
So I was thinking,
And now what you thinking?
I was thinking we could get the dark blue and outline like put
Around the light blue?
yeah, and then do the light blue with the dark blue.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I do. All right. Let's do this part real quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like this set.
Me too.
Hey.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Wait, here one more time for the thumb. Yeah. You like that?
Yes.
Okay, let's continue on. How you like that?
I love it.
All right, for this one, I'm gonna go in with the dark blue. Dang, they look good.
So cool.
All right. You like that?
Yes.
Yes. When it comes to doing nails, designs are the longest. Very little tedious stuff.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love it.
Wow. They look good. You like them?
I love it.
Awesome. Everything's freehand, you know? Go ahead. Whew. That was intense.
Yes, it was. My hand was shaking.
That was a lot of design. Everything looks good?
Yes.
Let me see.
It was so beautiful.
All right. Let me go ahead and close this real quick and we'll add a top coat on there and we should be done with the set, y'all. Took a while. I'm telling you, the art is always the longest, but it's worth it. Gotta execute the art perfectly, y'all. So let's check it out. Wow. What you guys think? Man, that looks good. Let me see your thumb. Thumb looks on point.
They're beautiful.
All right. Go ahead and put it in there. Thank you, my lady. You like it, huh? The blue?
I love it. You did an outstanding job.
Thank you. Cuticle looks good. Go for
Look
it.
at it dang.
You like it?
I love it. They're so beautiful.
All right, let me check it out. Wow, look at that, y'all. Man, big difference from where she started and how she ended. I hope you like it.
I love it.
You're gonna take a nice picture outside. But this is so beautiful.
I feel like bubbles from the
Yeah?
Powerpuff Girls.
Are you awake now?
Yes.
Wow. You like that?
I love it. Oh, I feel so pretty now.
Man, we're gonna see the other hand too, y'all. Wanna make sure the other hand is nice and clean. Let me see. Alright, stay tuned. I want y'all to see the ending.
Card I can give my client. She was asking.
Absolutely. Thank you, Vera.
For her to look at your schedule, she just scans it.
That's it. Let's bring it together, y'all. Look at this, lady and gentlemen. What do you guys think? How do you like it, my love?
I love it.
That looks so pretty. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is our finished session of our full set with French blue and some design on it. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all on my next live. Make sure you like the video and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see y'all next live. Thank you for your support, y'all. That looks good.